you get out of high school, you go to Rutgers,
Yeah.
Newark, and who there pushes
Well,
or pulls you some way?
I had a little professor, he was about 4 foot tall. I had a little professor named Marx.
Mm-hmm.
He was about 5 foot tall. But the literature thing is what was important. By the time I had started reading people like E. E. Cummings and Ezra Pound in that little town.
Why? How did you find these? How did you come to E.
Well,
Cummings?
out
and
of
Pound?
school. And out of school, and I mean from Rutgers, because I was going to Rutgers then. And I got hold, and also my mother, again, belonged to the Book of the Month Club. And I had read Frank Yerby when I was in high school.
Oh, I love Frank Yerby.
Right, I love Frank,
I
especially
have all
the
those
dirty
books.
parts.
I have all those books.
You have all those books?
Yes, I bought all those books. You know, they were Book of the Month clubs, and you can buy them in antique shows, and they have those lurid covers. You
That's
know.
right. That's right.
Oh man. Anyway, go. I'm sorry.
Foxes of Harrow. all
Yes,
that stuff.
I remember Langston Hughes' character, Simple, talked about. He said it was the foxes of Harry.
But you know, that was when she had those Book of the Month, and I would read them. You see, and I read not only Yerby but Richard Wright. I read Black Boy when I was in high school. You know, and I never liked Native Son. But the point is, I was reading those things then. We had books at home. I read The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. But then my grandmother used to come back because she used to do white people's hair. She'd go up in the rich neighborhood, and she would bring back these books and clothes. She said the people gave her. I have to believe my grandmother. She was
Sure.
such a sweet lady. She had these clothes, so I would have on these kind of expensive clothes that had come out of these white folks' house. And she brought back a complete set of Charles Dickens, complete set of H. Rider Haggard. What's the other guy? Kipling. She had a complete set of Rudyard Kipling.
Yeah.
And so I would be reading these books. You know, I read She and all those kind of things and David Copperfield. I was still a little boy reading that stuff. And so they had some kind of appreciation for, you know, that kind of mind development. Because if I could find my old copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, you know, where I had marked it up when I was a little kid, because I was reading it when I was a little boy, you know. And
you were notating, making notes?
Yeah, I was making notes. I was actually, stuff that I liked, I would make lines, you know. And I thought that, because I thought that was wonderful. I thought the Rubaiyat was wonderful because it was like mystical, you know.
Yeah.
They would say things that you didn't understand, and I would be trying to figure out, what does that mean now? You know, what does that mean? I knew it meant something, you know, but what does it mean? So that was the kind of reading that I was doing before I got to college.
Okay.
You see. And then, you know, Langston and people like that, you knew. I took Langston Hughes for granted.
Yeah.
Because he was in the black newspapers. And he was the only person I knew was talking about colored people, you know. And so I liked that because he was. And I just took that for granted, you know.